Hello everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, thank you for being here for some live streaming. We've got a couple stories we're going to be covering today. We are going to try to cover them. I did have a nap, fortunately, so I've had some sleep. That's plus. And we're going to, I think, well, we'll play it kind of both ways. We're going to play this as a live stream that'll stay up onto itself, and we'll also play it as something that we might edit down the line, because I'd like to play with some editing tools. One of the things I did when I was in LA visiting Alita from Legal Bytes for her wedding celebration was I went to VidCon, and one of the things I did was spend some time at the DaVinci Resolve booth where they had some lectures and learn some basic things about DaVinci Resolve, because I use DaVinci Resolve for editing, but I mostly just do, well, in fact, entirely just plain jump cuts. Basically, just remove the edits, remove the problems, just jump from one thing to another. Nothing fancy, nothing interesting. And one of the things I thought I'd try to do is try to make things more visually interesting. So I learned about fairly basic concepts because I'm not used to editing. So, for example, transitions, where you can transition from one thing to another visually. So you have some sort of, instead of just a jump cut, you could have some sort of dissolve or some sort of whatever. And also learned about features that will help, at least the AI will help you alert to things that could be too visually boring. Because one of the things this channel tends to do is just have me on screen or just have me in the text, which is fine as far as it goes, but it could be maybe a little bit more visually interesting. And so I signed up for something. Envato Elements was recommended by Runkle Bailey for stock footage and stock images, stock songs and stuff like that. And so then I can use the software to identify parts that are visually boring, and instead of me or the text being on screen, put in things that are vaguely relevant to whatever the topic we're talking about is, and we give that a shot. And also learn about basic principles of color matching and color correction and luxes and stuff. So since I'm full-time now, kick-ass, I'm very excited about this. Since I'm full-time now and suddenly have more time, one of the things I thought I could do is actually learn how to maybe do a video edit instead of just doing these smash cut things. And that's been fine, obviously. It's helped the channel get to where it needs to be, but let's take it to that next level, right? See what we can do in terms of making things interesting. And so I wanted to play with that tomorrow and see what that goes. Yeah. Paul Clement was pushed out of his law firm. Why? Right. Why? You have 5,000 transitions in the next video. You might get 5,000 transitions in the next video. Oh, there's a button. Now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators earn money inserting ads, and the more... This is on YouTube's back end is telling me this. Now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators insert more money inserting ads, the more viewers are watching. Give it a try. Okay. Let's see what happens if I press this button. I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to cover 3 stories today. We are going to cover the Brian Laundrie notebook confession thing. We are going to cover Todd Chrisley, who apparently doesn't think he has bigger issues on his hands because he continues to fight Katie Joy Paulson, even though he's going to jail. And we're going to read an article about David Dobrik, who is a YouTuber who's being sued for $10 million for an accident of some kind. And we'll read that article, and depending on people's interest in it, depending on people's interest in the article, depending on people's reaction to it, we will, maybe cover the lawsuit. So, Arlene Francis says, question, can you explain the frequency of Supreme Court decisions? If there's a calendar, know which decisions will be released. So, I can give partial answers to this question. The Supreme Court's term is from the first Monday in October until the last day of June, typically. Although the Supreme Court has pushed that a little bit recently by bleeding to very early July. But that's, the time frame. So the Supreme Court hears oral arguments starting the first Monday in October, and then they issue decisions as they are ready. And obviously they can't issue decisions immediately because they just heard the case just now. So decisions tend to be delayed by a month or two. And more important decisions or more notable decisions tend to get delayed more. It is typically true, although not always true, that the most controversial decisions tend to get released in June for that reason. And in terms of how many cases will be released, on which days, or even which cases, nobody knows. Nobody knows. The Supreme Court does what it does. And even doesn't, because there's still one more day, at least for opinions, and I don't think they've announced a day yet. So they don't schedule necessarily everything super far ahead. And they're certainly not going to tell you what decisions are going to be released that day. So, good things. Clement was pushed out for winning a Supreme Court case for Scott's case. That doesn't make any sense, Blackbird. That's his job. That doesn't make any sense at all. That doesn't make any sense at all. Paul Clement is one of the best Supreme Court lawyers in the world. He's like top 5, at least. His job is to win. He was hired to win. Why would he be fired for winning? That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Hungry Helmet says, can you give insight into the probability that contraception and same-sex marriage would be impacted in the coming future? We'll get into this in more detail, for sure. I suppose it depends how much you want to get him in North Carolina. He's right. He got fired for winning the Second Amendment. He was told to dump the pro-gun clients or leave? Okay, that's odd. I mean, I don't know who dictates to Paul Clement. Paul Clement is a force of nature. He doesn't need a law firm. Who dictates to Paul? Who dictates to Paul Clement? He can just open up his own shop, no problem. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. As Firm told us, well, let's react to this story. We'll react to it. The exit files a decision to drop Second Amendment legislation. Okay. Well, there's a story for us to respond to today. Thank you. Anyways. With the Gorsuch discrimination test holder for same-sex marriage. I think same-sex marriage can be defended on the basis of equal protection. I don't think you need a right to privacy. I think that yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Bye, David. Everyone say goodbye to David. Alright, let's cover these articles. This is obviously a little bit more casual today. That's okay. I did get a nap, thank God, so I'm not like crashing completely. But I'm a little tired. So, alright, let's give this a shot. For today's story, we discuss Brian Laundrie and his notebook that he left behind confessing to the murder of Gabby Petito. Hello everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the nature of others. It's a color correction card. It's used in video to correct the video. It's used to correct the colors. See? It's a color correction card. These are known color values. These are known color values. So you use them in the image editing to be like, oh, these are known values. These are known values. But here's what the image actually shows. The image, therefore, is wrong. Because these are known, and therefore you can correct the color. Right? It is not... I'm not going to explain. Do I have to explain this? No. Okay, I'm not going to bother. You guys can figure it out amongst yourselves. All right. Kurt, is the warm lighting behind you affecting your color? I don't know if the warm lighting behind me is affecting the color. I don't know if it is or not. If only I had some way to determine that. If only I had some way to determine what the colors are supposed to be and correct for them. I'm going to ban the entire chat, I swear, one of these days. Alright, let's see. Where am I in this thing? Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this legal education content, and today will be the day I earn that subscription. For today's story, it is Brian Laundrie, who murdered Gabby Petito long ago, but of course is in the news because the parents are suing each other. Not for long, I imagine, because the court has already heard the motion to dismiss, which I imagine will be granted any day now. In any event, a notebook written by Brian Laundrie has been released, which I suppose makes sense because the investigation's over, because, you know, there's nothing really left to do. So we're going to read this notebook and what it has to say from Brian Laundrie for whatever value it has to offer us. So let's go ahead and get started with this. First, here is a picture of the notebook in question. His writing's not too bad, it notes. My writing is truly horrible. So, this is notebook apparently written in his own handwriting. As you can see, it's been smudged and watermarked on all, but no worries. Fortunately, the words have been already extracted, so we can read them in a less difficult to read medium. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so here's apparently what this notebook says. Gabby, I wish I was right at your side. I wish I could be talking to you right now. I'm going to be through every memory we made, getting me more excited for the future. But we lost our future. I can't live without you. I've lost every day we could spend together, every holiday. I'll never get to play with eligible again. Never go hiking with TJ. I love you more than anything. I can't bear to look at our photos, to recall such great times, because it's why I cannot go on. When I close my eyes, I will think of laughing on the roof of the van, falling asleep to the sight of whatever. I will always love you. It makes you wonder where things went wrong, to be honest, and to some degree. If you were reading Gab's journal, looking at photos from our life together, flipping through old cards, you wouldn't want to live a day without her. Knowing that every day you'll wake up without her, you wouldn't want to wake up. I'm so sorry to everyone this will affect. Gabby was the love of my life, but I know adored by many. I'm so sorry to her family because I love them. I consider her younger siblings my best of friends. I'm so sorry to her family. This is a shock to them as well as terrible grief. They loved as much, if not more than me. A new daughter to my mother, an aunt to my nephews. Please do not make this harder for them. This occurred as an unexpected tragedy. Rushing back to our car to try to cross the streams of blood, whatever, before it got too dark to see, too cold, I heard a splash and scream. I could barely see. I couldn't find her for a moment, shouted her name. I found her breathing heavily, gasping. She is freezing cold. Blanked the blazing hot national parks in Utah. The temperature had dropped to freezing and she was soaking wet. I carried her as far as I could from the stream to the car, stumbling, exhausted and shocked when my ineligible and I knew I couldn't safely carry her. I started a fire and spooned her as close to heat. She was so thin, she'd already been freezing too long. I couldn't at the time realize I should have started a fire first, but I wandered out of the cold back to the car. From where I started the fire, I had no idea how far the car might be, only that it was across the creek. When I pulled Gabby out of the water, she couldn't tell me what hurt. She had a small bump on her forehead that eventually got larger. Her feet hurt, her wrist hurt, but she was shaking, freezing, violently shaking. While carrying her, she continually made sounds of pains. Laying next to her, little, lasping between violent shakes, grasping in pain, begging for an end to a pain. It sounds like a lot of hypothermia. She would fall asleep and I'd shake her awake, fearing she shouldn't close her eyes if she had a concussion. She would wake in pain, starting her whole painful cycle again. Furious, I was the one waking her. She wouldn't let me try to cross the creek, though, like me, the fire would go out in her sleep and she'd freeze. I don't know the extent of her injuries, only that she was in extreme pain. I ended her life. Okay. I thought it was merciful. That's what she wanted. But I now see all the mistakes I made. I panicked. I was in shock. But from that moment I decided, took away her pain. I knew I couldn't go on without her. I rushed home to spend any time I had left with my family. I wanted to drive north and let James or TJ kill me. But I wouldn't want them to spend time in jail over my mistake, even though I'm sure they would have liked to. I'm ending my life not because of a fear of punishment, but rather because I can't stand to live another day without her. I've lost our whole future together, every moment we could have shared. I'm sorry for everyone's loss. Please do not make it harder for my family that have lost a son and daughter. The most wonderful girl in the world, Gabby, I'm sorry. I've killed myself by this creek in the hope the animals may tear me apart. That makes some of their family happy. Please pick up all my things. Gabby hated those who littered. And apparently, here's a statement after the fact. After the notebook contents were released by Laundrie's family attorney, an attorney for Gabby Petito's released the following. I'm shocked that within 30 minutes of time we left the FBI office, the notebook was released. Neither myself nor Joe Petito nor Nicole Schmidt released that notebook. Okay. Well, that's a lot. So, I suppose it depends to some degree whether or not you believe any of that. Because, I mean, that sounds, at least on some levels, plausible. Because, unfortunately, people do occasionally, and somewhat more than occasionally actually, get in way over their heads when hiking around the woods and go woefully unprepared. And, nature, unfortunately, is not very kind. And sometimes people will go into nature wearing, not much, get trapped in rain or whatever, and sometimes they don't come back. Because nature isn't always kind. So I suppose it depends how much of this story you believe, or not. I mean, Brian Laundrie does admit to killing her, so his credibility is obviously somewhat questionable. But then again, just because it's questionable doesn't mean it's a lie. So I suppose it depends whether or not you believe him. And then even if you believe him, I suppose it depends whether or not you understand or sympathize with him on any level. I don't know. I've never been in such a situation. And with the grace of God, I'll never have to be in such a situation. These seem like questionable decisions to me at best. Unless this person was truly bleeding out or something and you were trying to end it faster that way or something. But it seems odd to me to make these decisions, but then again, they're young. You're young. He's panicking, maybe making bad decisions. So, I don't know. But it sounds, at least from what he's writing, and it could, of course, be all justification after the fact, could all be self-aggrandizement in some ways. But it sounds like, he cared for her. I suppose an autopsy of Petito would help a lot, because that would help a lot with determining about hypothermia and stuff like that. That would somewhat validate aspects of his story. And whether or not he made decisions that are on some level sympathizable and understandable. Or not. So, I don't know. And people are pointing out that, they weren't that far from, help maybe. Their car was 10 minutes away, but, 10 minutes maybe is too far and all the rest of it. But it's an interesting thing. This, of course, will in no sense whatsoever impact the lawsuit against Brian Laundrie's parents. Because, of course, all this is hearsay. It is not a statement against against the parents' interests. It's a statement against Brian Laundrie's interests. So it's admissible in a lawsuit against him or his estate. So it's admissible in that sense. But it's not admissible in a lawsuit against the parents, because it's not a statement against their interests. It's all hearsay. So it doesn't matter there. So the case against the parents will continue to be dismissed, I'm quite sure. But it's a very interesting description. And, makes it very contemplative about it. So I guess I'll end the stream by asking you guys, what do you think? Do you believe it? Do you believe the story Brian Laundrie is making? Do you believe that Gabby Petito fell into some water and was suffering from hypothermia? Do you believe that Brian Laundrie was attempting to care for her and couldn't figure out exactly what to do in terms of trying to care for her? And do you believe that in the end he thought that he was doing the right thing? And I suppose you could even go one step further. Do you believe that he did the right thing on some level? So I think these are interesting questions, and then we'll leave you with those questions. And at least for the moment, that brings us to the end of the discussion of this story. Interesting stuff. All right. Do a poll. Yeah, I'll let you guys talk it out in chat. I wouldn't even know what question to ask. The creek water's only ankle deep. I mean, if you trip over it, you get wet enough, your clothes get wet. People have drowned in less. I mean, so. Am I okay? Why wouldn't I be okay? A little tired, maybe. A little tired, but otherwise I'm fine. Why do you ask? Do I sell Uncivil Law polos? Not yet. Talk to Stephanie. Sounds like I'm crying. Okay. If you say so. For today's story, we are covering an ongoing lawsuit against YouTuber David Dobrik relating to injuries and a lawsuit in the amount of $10 million. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, seriously, what's bothering you? How can we help? We care. No, nothing's bothering me. I'm fine. I'm a little tired. I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. I'm a little tired. That's about it. I'm in good spirits. I had a great time at the wedding this weekend. I guess if anything is wrong, it's that I'm not surrounded by my friends anymore, which kind of sucks a little bit, because I just spent basically 3 days straight in their combined presence, which was fucking awesome. And now they're not here, which kind of sucks. But, you know, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And I don't know that I'm sunburnt. Actually, I'm probably not sunburnt. I'm just not wearing any makeup right now. I'm not wearing any color correction on my own skin. So this is my natural skin tone. So, because I didn't bother to put anything on. We'll press on. Lawn Lumber's here. Thanks. Rob is a total sweetheart. He is a very warm guy. He's very, what should I say? He's very upbeat and jovial. He's very you get a distinct sense from him that he wants the people that are around him and his friends to be happy. And he has a kind spirit. So, thank you for being here. As always. Let's see, where was I? Okay. I think it was also notable in some ways that all the law people I met are as I would expect them to be. Which I suppose in some sense isn't that surprising given the amount of time we spend on various streams together, but still, it's like you never know what someone is like in the real world. And I thought it was interesting that although their personalities were a little bit more flushed out and a little bit more dynamic, I suppose in some ways, that they are who they are online. So that's kind of cool. It was interesting, too, because Nate the Lawyer made the point of mentioning this, like, because I had never met Nate the Lawyer in person. And so when we met, and we were just, like, hanging, Nate the Lawyer made a point of saying, it's like, you know, that you're meeting, like, an old friend, like, you've already, like, hung out a lot. And I was like, yeah, I guess, you know, it's like, it didn't feel like the first time we were meeting each other. It didn't feel like that way for really anyone. I feel like you already knew these people. And I think the only sort of way that changed in any respect was that the nature of our relationship became more solidified. So it's, you know, we walked in as colleagues, we walked out as friends, or we walked in as friends, we walked out as family. You know, pick your vernacular of choice here in this sentence, but the overall thrust is the same, right? We walked in with one relationship with each other, and then we broke bread with one another and walked out with a different relationship. So, pretty badass. Elite, yeah. Stephanie says, okay, let's go. Okay, Stephanie, I'm sorry, Stephanie, to talk about things unrelated to it. We will talk about the case. Okay. Anyways, we're going back to the issue of Dobrik and the... Okay. For today's hello everyone and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this legal education channel, and today will be the day I earn that subscription. For today's channel discussion, we are talking more about David Dobrik, a law tuber let's try that again. Hello everyone and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this legal education channel, and today will be the day I earn that subscription. For today's story, we're discussing David Dobrik, a YouTuber who is being sued for $10 million. This is an ongoing lawsuit and relates to some personal injury stuff. So we're going to cover an article relating to this and what is going on. So let's go ahead. Let's get started with this. Do I play golf? No, not really. I play mini golf though, so if you want to organize a charity tournament for that, let me know. I also skeet shoot, so if you have some skeet shooting for charity, let me know. YouTuber Jeff Wittek is suing David. Are they both YouTubers or just the one? YouTuber Jeff Wittek is suing David Dobrik after he sustained serious injuries in an accident in 2020. Wittek is seeking $10 million in damage for Dobrik, who is 25, for general negligence and willful tort. Wittek, who is 32, publicly blasted his former boyfriend and a member of the Vlog Squad in the members leading up to the lawsuit. They call themselves the Vlog Squad. Okay. In June 2020, Wittek suffered facial and skull injuries in a near-death accident while swinging from a rope attached to an excavator operated by Dobrik in a Utah lake. This does sound like a lawsuit waiting to happen, yes. Wittek, Dobrik, and several friends had shot a video for Dobrik's YouTube channel to mark his return to the platform after a hiatus during the pandemic. Further allusions to a potential lawsuit are emerging. Foreshadowing. A video of Jeff Wittek's accident shows David Dobrik suddenly stopping the excavator. In Wittek's legal filings, he claims Dobrik spun the machine at an unsafe speed before stopping. In the video, Wittek hits the machinery, which he caused a multitude of injuries. One that witnesses the accident described the damages in documentation Wittek later released, saying his whole side of his face was just open. The accident would require Wittek to perform at least 9 surgeries to repair damages to his face. Well, that is pretty serious. I mean, in terms of injury, yeah. The social media star also claimed he almost went blind in one eye, almost died, and had some brain injury. This all sounds very plausible. He's basically at a rope swing that's being held by a bucket on a machine, right? The excavator, and the excavator turns, and so the rope swing turns. And the machine stops turning. As we know from our basic physics, however, just because the thing stops turning doesn't mean the rope stops turning. So the rope keeps turning, and apparently he slams into the excavator, causing fairly significant damages. Okay. A. Hedinger says this does not seem like the same kind of thing OSHA would approve of. This is not at a works. Well, I guess I was about to say it's not at a work site, but even that's not technically true anymore. So, yeah, fair enough. After the accident, Wittek appeared to improve his friendship with Dobrik. Okay. Wittek even said Dobrik agreed to pay his medical bills, and the pair were spotted together online. However, recent events suggest that the barber turned YouTuber is no longer on speaking terms with his former boyfriend. That is sad. Jeff Wittek announced that he's completely cut off ties with David Dobrik. After Wittek underwent another operation to repair the injury in February, Wittek unfollowed Dobrik on social media and went public with his negative feelings towards the View's hosts. Doing a live stream in February, Wittek said he was done with Dobrik, saying, "I'm done being friends with this MFer." By the way, Lawn Lumber, if you're still in the chat, Lawn Lumber, I need help. Is Lemon versus Kurtzman still good law or not? I'm very confused. very confused. I could use a second set of eyes on that one. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. Already overruled by a plurality. I don't know. I don't know. This is exactly my... I don't know. This is the most... It's the most bizarre... It's the most bizarre... It's one of the more bizarre things I've read in recent memory. The Supreme Court writes, "We have long since abandoned this," citing two different plurality decisions. And then says, "The courts of appeal have long recognized that Lemon is not good law." And then Sotomayor in dissent says the majority overruled Lemon. Did they? Yeah. Help. Help. After Wittek underwent another operation to repair injuries in February, Wittek unfollowed Dobrik on social media and then went public with his negative feelings towards the View's host. During the live stream in February, Wittek said he was done with Dobrik, saying, I'm done being friends with this MFer. Okay. He also claimed that Dobrik failed to pay some of the promised bills, damaging Wittek's credit rating. He later pulled his comedy set from an upcoming video hosted by Vlog Squad member Jason Nash over disagreements over Dobrik's involvement. Yeah. In another video, Wittek further explained that he was particularly upset after seeking footage of Dobrik in an unreleased documentary. Wittek claims that Dobrik apparently blamed him for the accident in the clip. David Dobrik apologized to Jeffrey Wittek's eye injury in a March podcast. "The Jeff thing is the worst," he said on one of his episodes. "That day is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'd do anything to reclaim that day. I'm shivering. It's the most unfortunate thing of all is an accident. That was it. I want to make clear, there's never a world when I want to have that happen to a person. I was never up there driving that thing wanting to hurt someone. That's good. If you wanted to do it, that's what we call intentionality, and it's a whole different level. If you did it, without due care, that's what we call negligence." So, yeah. Dobrik showed a message from Wittek suggesting doing the stunt, saying he was reluctant to take 150% responsibility as it was a joint decision. You can't take 150% responsibility. You can only take 100% responsibility. That mathematically is by definition the most that you can possibly take. Great. David denied not paying Jeff's medical bills. Both Dobrik and his assistant claimed that they pay every bill Wittek's team sent them, but suggested Wittek had failed to notify them of all the payments. Dobrik also acknowledged he wasn't the best communicator and says he should have spoken up more often. "I'm so damn sorry it happened, but there's no turning back." The popular YouTuber found himself in hot water in April 2021 when he claimed... Okay, I'll just read it the way it's written. The popular YouTuber found himself in hot water in April 2021. The popular YouTuber found himself in hot water in April 2021 when he claimed that he had coerced a woman into sexual activity with a member of his vlog team, David Derut Dom. The woman claimed she was R-word by Derut Dorm after Dobrik provided her with alcohol and filmed her entering a bedroom with him. After these allegations spread, more information came to light, revealing that Dobrik was also responsible for the serious injury to Wittek while filming one of the vlogs in summer 2021. Okay. So, my friends, that brings us to the end of this discussion about David Dobrik being sued by Jeffrey Wittek for this accident, in which you can see an image from basically the accident. You see him being held up by this excavator on a rope swing, and then the excavator turns, and then it stops turning, and of course, momentum being a thing, he continues to move, and apparently then hits the excavator, which is a nice hard object, and suffers serious injury, which we can see some photographs that would seem to reflect that. and he wants to sue for damages relating to this injury, which seems perfectly plausible. $10 million seems a little much, but he can definitely sue for all the medical expenses and for, any related harms that befell him and any loss of income. So he's entitled to some kind of compensation, I would imagine, because his guy's behind the wheel, as it were, and seems to be responsible, at least in part. The only way you can get past that is by trying to argue some sort of assumption of risk theory. So I guess they're going to try for that in the court and see how that goes. But that's what's happening. So depending on whether or not people are interested in the story, we may cover more. But at least for a moment, that brings us to the end of discussion of this tale. Lawn Lumber, do you have an excavator? Can we go rope swinging together? I'll drive. All right. Let's cover one more things. Good time. My Beavers unit said, I heard you're mighty tall. Stephanie, how do you feel about making my Beavers unit a mod? Well, he doesn't respect my rules because he just did all caps, so I guess it's a bad plan. But yes, I'm 6 foot. So they're apparently this is interesting because apparently there was some sort of bet going on how tall I was. Apparently, some of the members of the Law 2 Mayu had a bet that I was like 5'6" or 5'7", and no. And then I go there and I'm tall, and you go see the photographs, and one of the tallest people there, other than Andrew from Legal Mindset, who's like 6'6" and towers over everybody. I was like, I'm like taller basically than most of these people. And it's interesting on Twitter because I've been watching some of the comments responding to some of the videos, and people seem to be surprised that I was as tall as I was. I'm not sure exactly why, but okay. It's not a pallet, Lizbots. There are plenty right now. There are plenty what, Stephanie? Am I as tall as Rackets? I'd have to remember. I think Rackets might be a shade taller than me. I think he is a shade taller than me. Oh. There are plenty right now. Plenty of mods. Thanks. I got there eventually. Racket claims 6'3". That sounds right. Thank you. All right. For today's story, we cover the ongoing lawsuit between Michael Todd Chrisley and Catherine Paulson, because apparently Michael Todd Chrisley doesn't have enough concerns with the whole, going to prison thing, and needs that one last victory before his final hurrah. Hello everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this legal education content. Today will be the day I earn the subscription. For today's coverage, we are talking about Katie Joy Paulson, without a crystal ball herself, who continues to be sued by lots of people. Most of these people who have absolutely no prayer in hell of a lawsuit against her, and seem to be suing her just because they don't like the things that she says. Now, I'm not saying you have to like the things that she says, or not. I'm saying that she has a First Amendment, and you gotta respect that. And their ongoing lawsuit with 7M, where, she seems to have stepped over the line, maybe that's a problem for her, but, most of these lawsuits are just total garbage. So this is a memorandum in support of dismissal of counterclaims from Todd Chrisley, who apparently found enough time to continue this lawsuit because, I don't know, He doesn't have enough things to worry about with the going to prison. But okay, let's read and discuss this. On October the 18th of 2021, plaintiff Michael Todd Chrisley filed suit against defendants Katie Joy Paulson without a crystal ball to hold them accountable for their defamatory falsehoods. Not a chance in this world. Ms. Paulson is now retaliated with 3 groundless counterclaims. They're pretty groundless. For defamation, harassment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. No. Each of the claims falls under the same, even under cursory scrutiny. Yes, that's true, but so does yours, Todd. Her defamation claim fails because she's attributable only one statement to Mr. Chrisley, and the statement is constitutionally protected matter of opinion. Harassment claim likewise fails as a matter of law because there's no private cause of action on the Minnesota Criminal Code section criminalizing harassment. I don't think that quite works. Finally, Ms. Paulson's claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress does not state a plain claim upon which relief may be granted because she pleads neither extreme nor outrageous conduct nor severe emotional distress. No. Absolutely not. Minnesota Rule of Civil Procedure governs motions to dismiss for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. Under Rule 12.02, a pleading that fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted must be dismissed. The question for the court is whether the identified counts of Ms. Paulson's counterclaim set forth legally sufficient claims for relief. The court is to consider only those facts alleged in the counterclaim, accepting those facts as true, and constructing all reasonable inferences in light of the non-moving party. However, the court is not bound up by legal conclusions in the pleading when determining whether a claim survives a motion. In other words, a claimant must prove more than labels and conclusions in a counterclaim or in a claim. You have to prove more than mere conjecture or legal opinions. You have to provide something that would lead you to the conclusion of the thing. Just, it doesn't have to be a lot because we have noticed pleading, but something. Right? A motion to dismiss should be granted when it appears certainty that no facts could exist that would allow for this lawsuit. All right, there are no facts that could allow for this lawsuit. Let's read some more. While Minnesota's general rules of pleading require only a short and plain statement of a claim, the defamation suits require greater specificity in pleading and have generally required to set out the matter verbatim. Ms. Paulson's counterclaims eschews this well-established case law and instead opts for generic and conclusory allegations Ms. Paulson's counterclaims eschews this well-established case law and instead opts for generic and conclusory allegations that do not support a claim for defamation. Specifically, she alleges as follows. We're not going to read that. From these scant allegations, Ms. Paulson pleads her claim for defamation. Ms. Paulson has thus identified only one specific statement that Mr. Chrisley made that Ms. Paulson alleges to be defamatory. That Mr. Chrisley opined Paulson was intent on destroying families, destroying people. But that's because she doesn't have God. She doesn't know God. That's opinion. However, this is a statement of opinion. Cannot claim as a matter of defamation, as is not sufficiently factual to be susceptible of being proven true or false. Instead, the statement at issue is plainly mere rhetorical hyperbole, which is considered non-actionable. That too. Yeah. Ms. Paulson's claims are akin to those made in a prior case, where a plaintiff raised claims for defamation in part based on defendant's statements that the plaintiff and his wife were dangerous people or bad people. The Minnesota Court of Appeals know the characterizations of the plaintiff and his wife as bad or dangerous were sort of inherently subjective descriptions that Minnesota courts have held are incapable of being proven true or false, and ruled the district court correctly conclude that bad people or dangerous people were expressions of opinion rather than verifiable facts. I mean, also, what does it mean for someone to be dangerous? What does it mean for them to be bad? It's yeah. Watch the Dr. Grande video on Brian Laundrie? I might. Similarly, in Lawson, the Minnesota Supreme Court has held the statement, his mind must have been messed up to do something like that, which speculate about defendant's state of mind, not to be sufficiently factual to support a claim. The allegation issue here is of the same type. I tend to agree. So it cannot support a claim for defamation. Referring to someone as a real tool falls in the category of pure opinion because the term real tool cannot be reasonably interpreted as stating a fact and cannot be proven true or false. Yeah. Accordingly, because the only statement identified by Paulson's counterclaim that can be attributed to Chrisley is a statement of opinion, not so much. I agree with Todd. Her counterclaims are dumb. His claims are dumb. Dismiss them all within prejudice. Go to jail. And just, do that. Moreover, Ms. Paulson's improper and vague counterclaims indiscriminately allege that Mr. Chrisley made unspecified statements about Paulson and her family. But a statement is actionable as defamation only the extent it is of and concerning the plaintiff. This is very true. Ms. Paulson's allegations fail for additional reasons. The statements against the family are not of and about her. And that would do the trick. Yeah. Unless, of course, you want to try to argue that the statements about her family are about her, because obviously she is part of her family, but even still, it doesn't make any sense. Citing the entire Minnesota Criminal Code, Paulson also brings claim for harassment. There is no private cause of action under the provision of the Minnesota Criminal Code that renders harassment a gross misdemeanor. As the Minnesota Court of Appeals explained in affirming an order dismissing a similar harassment claim, because the legislature neither expressly nor implicitly provides for a civil cause of action or civil remedies, the district court concludes that it must dismiss. Accordingly, the court must dismiss it. Yeah, I mean, if your basis is the criminal case, sure. Just because there's a criminal case doesn't mean there is a civil case. Of course, it also doesn't mean that there isn't one. So if you're trying to say that she's suing because of the criminal code, you're there. Was that her basis because of the criminal code? Or was she using harassment in a more civil sense? I don't remember, and I can't be bothered to look it up right now. But this doesn't sound right. Daisy says I look mad. Daisy says I look mad. Do I look mad? I do love how, I guess this is part of the problem of the persona, or whatever this is. The people are constantly judging my look, appearance, and also trying to read what I'm feeling, thinking, or whatever. Like, do I look mad? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think this is mad, but okay. Yeah. I do look a little shiny because I'm not wearing makeup on. This is true. I do look a little shiny. This is fair. Yeah, David W has it right. Chat is peak body language interpreter. Yeah. Jazz Mom says, welcome to what it looks like to be a woman, being judged by looks 24/7. Well, maybe it's something I'll just get used to then. I'm new to it though, so maybe it just rubs me a little bit more, but maybe I'll get used to it. We'll see. Ms. Paulson must plead 4 elements to support her claim of intentional infliction of emotional distress. She must allege that Chrisley committed extreme and outrageous conduct. The conduct must be intentional or reckless. The conduct caused Paulson's emotional distress, and the distress was severe. Her claim fails because she has not pled 2 of the 4 elements, even drawing all reasonable inferences in her favor. Also, as we've learned from recent coverage of Brian Laundrie, IIID is basically borderline impossible, and while the laws of Minnesota are different than the laws of Florida, they're probably not that much different. So, yeah. You look like you're trying to get a perfect video. And I'm just having fun today. I'm also a little tired and also trying to play around a little with stuff because I want to play around with the editor tomorrow and play around with some stuff and learn something. So, we'll go from there. think I look fine. The yellow light background isn't helping? Okay. Minnesota law approaches IIAD cautiously, keeping it sharply limited with cases involving particularly egregious facts. As a result, plaintiff alleging IID must meet rigorous requirements to survive a motion to dismiss. To qualify as extreme and outrageous, the conduct must leave an average member of the community to exclaim, outrageous. Put differently, the conduct must be so atrocious it passes the boundaries of decency, is utterly intolerable to the civilized community. As a result, insults, indignities, threats, annoyances, petty oppression, or other trivialities will not suffice. Ms. Paulson also bears a heavy burden to plead severe distress. An individual's distress must be so severe that no reasonable man could be expected to bear it. Paulson's allegations fall short on both counts. First, concerning whether the allegations are extreme and outrageous. Paulson charges that in response to reporting on the Chrisley family, Chrisley and his wife Julie have consistently made personal attacks against Paulson, including sophomoric attacks on her physical appearance and reckless allegations about her fitness as a mother. I mean, whatever. Having concluded these allegations, the alleged attacks are merely sophomoric or reckless allegations. Excuse me. Having conceded these allegations are merely sophomoric attacks or reckless allegations, Ms. Paulson cannot simultaneously maintain they're intolerable to the civilized community. Instead, Ms. Paulson only alleges the insult, indignities, and annoyances that fail to support IED. Yeah, IED is basically borderline impossible. And no. Paulson further claims, in addition to Chrisley's attack on her personally, the Chrisleys have further chosen to attack Paulson's husband and minor child. Might I just say, by the way, I do appreciate the nearly 900 of you who are here on just sort of a casual live stream. That's pretty badass and very appreciated. And I appreciate all the way who are here, all the people who are here, and all the people who love me. You're great. You're all great. Oh, you'll be pleased to know, by the way, that yes, YouTube finally did email me to let me know that I can apply for my 100,000 subscriber button, which of course I did immediately. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to put it on a stand on the counter behind me because I think that's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Oh, and also I'm verified now. For those of you who haven't noticed, I got a little checkmark by my name. I'm a verified channel, so I'm like official. It's cool. Yeah, and some people say I should unbox it live. I don't know about the YouTube button unboxing thing. It just is so tired and so cliche. I don't know, man. Everyone does the unboxing. And it's the same video every damn time. And then they read the letter from Susan, like Susan personally wrote it to them personally. Like from the tears of God. And I'm like, it's just the same video. Every unboxing video of the play button is exactly the same. They're all the same. I'm not sure doing it makes any sense unless you just really want to see the same video just again. I don't know, man. I was thinking a lot about not doing the unboxing thing and just literally putting it on a stand on my counter and calling it a day. Paulson claims, in addition to Chrisley's attack on her personally, the Chrisleys have chosen to further attack Paulson, husband and minor child. Each of these allegations, assuming they are true, also falls within the rule that insults and indignities do not give rise to a cause of action, and also they're not against her, so no. You've never seen someone doing the unboxing, Carrie? Really? Okay. I mean, it's kind of a thing. Notably, Mr. and Miss Chrisley are not alleged to have engaged in swatting. Instead, Miss Paulson alleges only the insults or harsh words they directed at her resulted in listener swatting, which is definitely not the same thing. However, Chrisley cannot be held liable via intentional infliction of emotional distress for criminal acts of third parties to which he has no knowledge and encourage. Yeah, that does make sense. Moreover, the Minnesota Supreme Court held in some case that making false police reports and threats to take legal action did not rise to the level of extreme and outrageous conduct. The Minnesota Court of Appeals is likewise held as being subject to harassment and ridicule, falls short of establishing a claim for intentional infliction. Yeah. In short, Paulson has tried and failed to plead any conduct that is so atrocious it passes the boundaries of decency, is utterly intolerable to civilized community. This is by itself ample reason to dismiss Paulson's claim for IIED. Moreover, Miss Paulson never alleges that she suffered severe emotional distress because of the alleged fiction of emotional distress by Chrisley. This is a second independent reason to dismiss. At most, Miss Paulson states that as a proximate result of Chrisley's false, defamatory, and harassing statements, Paulson and her family suffered general damages, including emotional distress and mental suffering. However, Paulson's conclusory statements are insufficient to survive a motion to dismiss because of generalized complaints of distress are insufficient to amount to distress beyond what a reasonable person can be expected to endure. No. Please, guys, just stop trying to make intentional infliction of emotional distress a thing. Just stop doing it. This is the reason the courts stopped doing it in the first place. This is the reason that courts are so hesitant with the IIID thing, because people try to make everything intentional infliction of emotional distress, and the courts are just like, no. It is only for the most extreme conduct. My dog stepped on a bee is not extreme. I'm sorry. Phoebe says I'm distressing you. Okay, Phoebe. Accordingly, even if this court were to find Paulson plead extreme and outrageous conduct, her claim would still fail because she included only a rote incantation of the elements and has not pled facts to demonstrate she suffered severe emotional distress, and for these reasons it should be dismissed. Yeah, no, this case sucks. This case against Paulson sucks, and the case from Paulson sucks. They both suck. Everything she said against Todd Chrisley is like a lot of it's just true, and to the extent it's not, it's protected because he's very, very a public figure, and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really make any sense, and his claims against her are also dumb. Also, he's going to jail. So yeah, I think the continuing answer in this case of stupid continues to be motions to dismiss for everybody. You get a motion to dismiss, you get a motion to dismiss, you get a motion to dismiss. Everyone gets a motion to dismiss. At least for the moment, that brings us to the end of discussion of this case. I pressed the insert ad button again. We'll see if it helps. So, my friends, that brings us to the end of this. But not necessarily the end of our stream, because I think we should have some fun. So we're going to play Fall Guys now, because we can. Fall Guys is a game. It's available on computer or Switch or other platforms, and free. It's free. For Season 1, it's free. And we're going to play together. We're going to create our own lobby, and we're going to play. We're going to play some Fall Guys, and it's going to be great. So if you want to play with us, you can download Fall Guys, which again is free, on your platform of choice, and play with us. That'll be fun. Daisy says, I hope you get a reunion yearly. We did that at my Army Vets and I. That's not the worst idea I've ever heard in my life. I was particularly impressed that Legal Mindset came all the way from Korea. I mean, that's one hell of a journey. So, I got Steam. Or it's on Epic, I think. It's on Epic, not Steam. Yeah, so yeah. It's not Steam, it's Epic. It's Epic Games. Yeah, it's not Steam, it's Epic. My kids have it but never used it. It's fun, easy, casual, mindless. It's exactly what we're looking for. It's exactly what we're looking for. What's my Steam handle? RES space IPSA space LOQ comma ESQ period. Res ipsa loc comma Esquire. Res ipsa loquitur is my Steam handle. Let's play. Who's texting me and why? Oh, is that your own play button? Well, that's cool. Oh, you're working on some sort of like thing for Alita. That's cool. Won't you remember? Me, oh yeah. You love my Top Gun movie review? Thanks. Let's see. Let's play this thing. Stripper cramps whole thing. Congrats on 101k. Thank you very much. I will take every bit of celebration we got. Let's see. Let's see. What am I trying to do now? Okay. That's not the audio output I want. I can stop recording too. Alright, let's see. Alright. Alright, so now how do I create a private lobby? Custom. Host. Create a lobby. Let's create a private lobby. Great, that's exactly what I do. Oh. Okay, there's your code. D3Y8S is the code to join this lobby. Damn it. Stephanie's going away. Bye, Stephanie. And so it's super cash. You can come in, play, and it'll be fun. You can just download. This is on Epic, at least. It's on Epic, which is free. It's available, I think, on Nintendo. So it's available for free, I think, on every platform. My sinuses explain. I can explain you being timed out. Let's see if anyone wants to play. Have I ever been to California? I've been to San Francisco. If no one joins, this will be a very short gaming session. This is available on consoles. How do you spell what? Fall Guys? Fallguys. How do you spell the code? It's around screen. It's available on PC. It's available on console. It's called Fall Guys. Fallguys. It's available on your platform of choice for free with crossplay. It's a super casual game. It's perfect for our needs. I have 1 minute until the game loads. Okay, cool. Trying to update. Cool. It's super casual. I mean, you don't need any skill to play it at all. It's just running around and jumping and stuff over obstacles, and it's very, very, very casual. If you've never played before, don't worry about it. It's so casual. It's easy. It's easy to. All you have to do is run, avoid the obstacles, and jump over things. I mean, all you have to do is move and hit the space bar occasionally. It's so cash. It is very, very cash game. It's very low, easy entry game. You'll be fine. It's fun, easy to play. It's mindless, easy fun. It's perfect for our needs. You can come in, you can go out. 60 of us can play. Controller and mouse or keyboard. I think you can do it either way. I usually use the keyboard, but whatever. It's fun. It's easy. Good content. I do not believe it can be played on the iPhone, no. It can be played on PC, on Nintendo Switch, on Xbox, I think, PlayStation, I think. It can be paid on those kinds of platforms. It's not available for Mac? Really? Is Epic not available for Mac? I'd be surprised if it's not available for Mac, to be honest. It's kind of like Mario Party, but it's cross-platform and free. So, you can use a controller. I have a controller too. I'm going to get a controller here. I might play with my controller. I do not believe it's an app. No. It's within Epic's game store on PC. And I don't know how to download it on Switch or any other things, but it's available. Like, it's free. Fall Guys doesn't support Mac. That's disappointing. Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PC. I mean, you know, it's on basically everything. It's all cross-platform play, so you can play no matter what system you have. Super easy for us. Epic and Apple are in a huge legal dispute. I think their disputes are solved, unless I missed something. I'm surprised more people didn't have it. I'm surprised more people didn't have it. I thought this would be a very popular thing. You know, it's a very widely popular game. It's available free to use. I'm surprised it's not more popular. I keep trying to find ways to engage with you guys that would be good for this. And it's like, I thought this would be really good because it's 60 people can play at once. I thought it would be really good for engagement. And it's super casual and easy, and something that would be fun, and something for just a way for us to engage and have fun. And if people aren't joining, then I don't know. I keep trying to find ways to. It is free. It's completely free. I keep trying to find ways for people to engage. And, you know, I want to engage with you guys. The age demo for the game is far lower than most of the reviewers. I'm 41. I think it's fun. And Jackbox is okay, because it's even lower friction, but then again, like, only 8 people can play at a time in the main lobby. And also it doesn't have the same kind of like dynamic of like just being able to come in and go out. So Jackbox is okay, but it's not as good as this, I think. I get mad too easily? I guess. I just try really hard. I don't know if I get mad exactly as I get frustrated. It's like I want to find ways to bring you guys value. I do it through the channel, I do it through the stuff, and I want to find ways to engage, and I think that'd be fun, and try to find ways to do stuff, and when things don't work, I get frustrated because it didn't work. Will I rage quit? Well, if enough people don't join, there's no point in playing. It failed. It's not exactly rage quitting, it's just that, you know, that the attempt failed. So if it's a failure, it's a failure. It's very unbecoming. Everyone say goodbye to MR. It's a big download, that's true. That's true, it is a big download. Thank you, Patricia. I'm trying. Am I an only child? No. It's fine to get punished for a legitimate question because you don't enjoy the phrasing. Do you have allergies? One of 4 conditions I know of that explain your sinuses. Maybe you'll explain. You want me to explain my medical conditions to you? No. The fact that that you think you have any sort of entitlement to that is beyond unbelievable. I'll give it another 5 minutes. I'm doing fine. A little tired. I'm doing fine. How do I feel about bringing in Discord audio? We'd have to find some way to vet who would be on the Discord audio, which sounds like another thing that I have to do. So, yeah. Alright, looks like we're ready to go. We'll just move this in a different place. Great. Oh dear. While you guys are playing, I'm gonna get a wine. I'll be right back. This game is so easy. You don't have to know how to play. It's just easy to play. Excellent. At the moment, I'm drinking an unoaked Chardonnay, which is very nice. I do not play Minecraft. That doesn't look like a game I would enjoy. Team Fortress 2? Is Team Fortress 2 free? Okay, maybe. Alright guys, you can join if you want. Code is the same, D3Y8S. Love for you to play. I do not believe this game is currently on Steam. It's on Epic. Is it on Steam too? Fine. Yes, I noticed the lobby is filling up super slow. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, we're trying to find a good party game. That's exactly what we're trying to do, Principal Potato. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to find a good party game. We're trying to find something that is available to lots of people, cross-platform support, easy to play, mindless to play, a lot of fun, quick. Exactly. We're looking for a party game. Or a couple party games we can play. That's exactly what we're trying to do. And since this became free to play for Season 1, I thought it would meet all those goals. Thank you, Principal Potato. Jackbox. We have Jackbox. The problem with Jackbox is like only 8 people can play at a time. And so it solves the problem, but you know, it's not perfect. So yeah, we have like 5 different party packs on Jackbox. We play Jackbox too. We play a lot of the trivia murder party because it's fun. Oh, I didn't know that was gonna work. Did it happen? Yeah. It's Epic exclusive. I mean, it is available for free on Epic. What's the minimum number of players? 10. Doesn't necessarily have to be a minimum of 10 players. It would be helpful if it has a larger maximum of players, though. So, like, yeah, something that's available, easy to use, easy to install, cross-platform, preferably cheap or even better, free. People can play, super cash, easy. You know, so yeah. Am I sleep talking? I don't know. Was I ever sleep talking in the first place? Yeah, $9. Asking people to pony up $9 to play a game with me, you know, it's not ideal. So if we could find something free, like Jackbox is free to you, right? So if Jackbox is free to use, so that's been good in the past. This is free to use, so that's good. That's good. So it's just easy, mindless fun. So count the fruit. Is Among Us free? I think so. But Among Us requires really voice chat to play. You can't really play Among Us without voice chat, which raises its own sense of problems. Alright, you guys got 2 minutes to join if you want to play. Doesn't it have built-in voice chat? Yes, but I still have to stream the voice chat. See, I can't do that because I have to vet. If I'm going to stream it, I have to vet the people because now they're in a voice chat that I'm broadcasting, which means I have to vet them. So, yeah. Because you have just a few seconds left to join. Yeah. I'm gonna have to add in some sort of caps roll or emoji roll too. What exactly am I trying to do here? Bounce through hoops. Okay. Let's see. Alright, we're making some hoop progress. Hoop progress! How did I not get hoops on that one? That's bullshit. This is like a really good game for us. Like, it's just super cash easy, you know, simple, pointless, mindless, free, cross-platform. It's basically everything we need it to be. Am I doing okay? We're still doing okay. This is a tough one. Yeah. Res ipsa loc. That's me. Okay. Yeah, we'll play game nights. We definitely need to play more game nights and things. We're looking for ways to interact with people. Nope. Yeah. How do I pronounce my name? My username? Res ipsa loquitur, or Res ipsa loc, the way it's written. But Res ipsa loquitur. It sure does, Gen B. It sure does. Damn it. Look at my ass handed to me now. We need to get Rogue. We need to get Richard Hogan here. Oh no. Oh no. Runkle the Bailey! Runkle the Bailey's here! Well, first of all, Runkle the Bailey needs to be made. First of all, is that the Runkle the Bailey? Or is it another Runkle the Bailey? Where are you, Runkle the Bailey? So, we drove to the LAX airport together. How'd that work out for you? You should definitely play with us, though. Your uncle of Bailey isn't verified? That's what confused me a little bit. This is Fall Guys. This is Fall Guys. It's available for free on pretty much every platform: PC, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. It's Epic Games, by the way, if you're looking for it on PC. It's free to play. Well, it's just free, actually, for Season 1. It's a super easy, casual game that requires absolutely no mental thought whatsoever. Anyone can play. Just easy, super to play, and, you know, stupid easy, and it's fun for interaction. The Law Patrol's here. Hello, Law Patrol. I need to get to know you better, Law Patrol. We need to definitely do some streaming together. I miss you, Runkle. Runkle and I spent some quality time together. So, okay, yeah. The code is again on screen. This is a private lobby, D3Y8S, free to play, Fall Guys. Super easy, super easy. Let's see if I get, no, we'll keep the lawyer among us. Runkle and I were, we drove Law and Lumber to the airport, and his flight was like 5 hours before ours or something. So then we went to a bar nearby and had brunch and just sat and talked for like 2 hours, and it was kick-ass. Then I dropped him off at Air Canada, and I went to American. I made my flight. I've heard tell from Twitter it didn't go that well. Oh, Runkle, you'll be pleased to know that I got the email from YouTube today about my play button. So, of course, I filled that thing out immediately. And so I'm very excited about that. We're playing Fall Guys. We're playing Fall Guys. It's a free game. It's on Epic on PC. Epic Games. And it's on like every platform known to man. It's free to play, or just free. And it's easy, fun, mindless play, which is exactly what we need. Should we start? I'll give it a second more. See if we hit 30. Plus, I'm enjoying the beat. $28. Let's see if we can hit 30. You might well be right, Marilyn. You might well be right. Who's winning? We're all winning. We're all having fun. It is cross-platform. That's one of the nice things. It's cross-platform, free, mindless, easy play, fun. Will I play a few games? I think so. I'm in no rush to end it. I'm having fun. Even if I have to sit one out, you know, if I have to sit one out, I'll sit one out. It's fine. Let's go ahead and get started. Roblox? I don't think so. How much longer will we be playing tonight? I think we got another half hour in me at least. Not an immediate rush. I'm having fun. You don't want to download for no reason? It's fun. Have I tried human fall flat? No, I'm not familiar with that. Oh no. How'd I get eliminated? I got eliminated? That sucks. How did I get eliminated? That's not fair. Wow. That worked out great for everybody, didn't it? We all failed. Every last one of us failed. Well, okay. We'll be playing another round then. D3Y8S is your code to join. What was that one? Most popular? Every single one of the people that was, all the lawyers that were there that are part of YouTube, they were all really good people. I mean, you never really know till you meet somebody. But they were all good people, which is very cool. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. there are any plans for a LawTube D&D game? As a matter of fact, there were. Ian and I were kind of talking about that, and hopefully it will come to pass. I think it'll be fun. Come on, guys, you can join. We can get to 30. I'd join if I could. Well, it is free on multiple platforms, so all right, let's give it another couple seconds and let's get started with this thing. For the 340 of you who are still with us, thank you. Hello, eyeball. This is Fall Guys. It's Fall Guys is the game. Yeah, I think I got maybe 20 minutes more in me before we turn to a pumpkin. Let's give this a shot. Ah. No. Yes! What zone am I exactly trying to stay in, by the way? I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure on the objective. Alright, I'll just stay here. This seems good. Okay, well, it was mostly good. Am I winning? Fuck. This one's hard. Well, that didn't work out great for me. It's alright. If you're friends with me, friends with me. Yeah, so Runkle had it rough, man. If you've read his Twitter, man, he had it rough on the air flights, man. I feel for him so much, man, because, like, I was so ready to get home. I'm ready to like try to get some serious sleep tonight too. I was so thankful for my nap. Runkle zoned out, half awake. Yeah, I believe that for sure, Runkle. I believe that for sure. You've had a rough go. It was cool that you got to spend some time with your mom, though. That was nice. Did all your luggage make it, Runkle? Because I was unclear on that aspect. Did you get all your stuff? Air Canada's crap? I've actually heard good things. Maybe I've heard the wrong things. Luggage make it? Thank God. We had a very nice weekend. It was really, really cool. Yeah. The day after the wedding might have been the best because we got to spend so much time together. I didn't go to the breakfast thing, which, I don't know, in retrospect might have been a mistake. I wanted to try to maximize my time at VidCon, and I'm not sure if it was ultimately of value or not, given what I could have gotten in return on the other end. But that being said, like, I still do the escape. We did the escape room, and that was a lot of fun. And then we went to dinner together, and that was a lot of fun. Then we went to the movie, and that was a lot of fun. Then we went to the bar, and that was a lot of fun. As I was slowly passing out, and basically, because I was so tired, and Law and Lumber basically like you gotta go home because you're so tired. I'm like, yeah. But I don't want to leave because I'm enjoying you guys too much. I don't want to leave because I'm having too much fun. But I'm like half conscious because I haven't been sleeping well for like 3 days straight. And yeah. But Rob says it's time to go, and he's right. So I'm like, okay, fine. And then the next day, I take an Uber over to where Ian and Rob are staying, and we go to the airport together, and Ian and I have a nice like 2-hour long breakfast brunch thing in an airport bar where like every 2 minutes we have to pause for like 5 seconds in our conversation because the flavor's going right over our head. We can't hear anything. It's fun. And it was like the cheapest brunch ever. I paid for the whole thing. It was still cheap as shit. Oh, yeah, it's just like... And then Andy the Game Maker was really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, Ohio, it's like, yeah, I think that's the idea. It's like you went from internet friends to real friends. Like, I have a lot more confidence, which implies I didn't have confidence in them before, but that's unfair. It's just like I have more confidence that these people are my back. And that's very cool. You know, it's a simple thing. You break bread with somebody, and you know. You know, I think the best way to put it in terms of like the dynamics of the whole thing is just like it moved from 2D to 3D, which I think is really a very good descriptor of it and the whole experience, because the people I met are the people I've come to know, which isn't always true of people you meet online or people you meet before you meet them. It's one of these ideas also, like, you never meet your heroes for the same reason, because when you meet them in the real world, they're not really who you expect and you're disappointed. So same idea. But the people I met are the people I got to know, but they're more flushed out. And so you, in some sense, move from like a 2-dimensional to a 3-dimensional. It's like everything is accurate, you just get more, or like a richer experience of it. And that's very cool. And their personality becomes a little bit more rich. Yeah, we'll play one more. We'll play one more. And I feel personally like I'm a lot more willing to defend these people and back these people than I was before. Again, not that I wasn't before, but it's like, you know, I feel a richer sense of connection. It's like, you know, it's camaraderie, it's spirit to core. The bots are here only because I asked them to be, and I like the bots are here because they make things a little bit better. I don't want to have all caps. I find it a little bit much. You know? Yeah, well, Runkle, it's cool. I'm glad you could be here for a little bit. Send me your address. I'm coming in and visiting you. I'm me? They don't? Well, it's my fucking channel, so fuck off. One of the things I also made a decision on this weekend. Really fuck? Yeah, really fuck. Bye. Everyone say goodbye to I'm Me. I'm Me will no longer be participating in our party. Fuck you, bye. Yes, really, fuck you. I've made a decision also, incidentally. One of the things I learned from this channel, one of the things I learned from the whole thing is like, you know, I can't possibly please everyone on my channel. I have to be me. The only people I'm willing to bend for anymore are my true friends. The people I know. I'm not going to bend for some asshole in my chat. One more game, at least. Yeah. So, like, I can't try to please everyone, you know, in my chat, but I will bend to, because I value my friends, I will bend for them, but I won't bend for random aspects. I'm so goddamn sensitive, dude. Say goodbye to Sean. Thank you for participating in our chat, Sean. It's been nice knowing you, and goodbye. It's so much easier when you don't have to deal with shit anymore. Or I'll give it another minute or so for people to join. Hello, Carrie. Glad you're back. All right, let's give it another, let's say, 30 seconds. Yeah, I wish I could change my guy too while I'm in the room. I think we'll use this game more in the future as one of our rotation games. It won't be every time, but I think it will definitely be one of our games in rotation. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's go ahead and get started. That's right, he's Clemson Orange, damn straight. But if there's a hat, I'd like to give him a hat. I appreciate the effort. No? Come on, no, it's not fair. I waited and everything. Is this just stupid? What, the game? It's a little bit stupid, that's kind of the point. It's meant to be stupid. This is easy, stupid fun. Try to find ways to interact with the channel, trying to find ways to interact with people, trying to increase the value proposition of this channel. You know, whatever. Try and make things better. I need to dive? How do you dive? I honestly don't know. How do you dive? I'm not gonna pass this one because I don't understand the game. Dive is excellent. There's a button for that. I don't know what it is. Oh, there it is. Oh wait, it's space bar, or it's shift. No, that's not it. I thought it was shift. No. Is it control? It's control. It's control on keyboard. Alright, well, yeah. It's fine, I don't care. This will be our last game, though. I'll of course watch it out. I'm not gonna stop mid-game, but this will be our last game. And this game, and this stream will become unlisted. I'm gonna do some editing stuff tomorrow. Play with the editor a little. play with some transitions, see what makes sense, try to do some things. And that'll be tomorrow for me, most of the day. Unlisted, why? Because it's off-brand and it hurts the algorithm, that's why. Also, I don't need to explain myself. But the reason is because, well, because I'm going to edit the videos, right? So the videos, we did a live stream. So it's either I make it unlisted or I make it private. It's one of the two. Because, like, sometimes I stream in order to make content for later release. When I do that, I typically make the videos private. Because I'm going to edit them and release them later. And so, like, every edited video you see was at a live stream at one point, and that's edited and re-released. And it's just like, it's just MO for me. So, like, why unlisted? It's like, well, you know, because, you know, I'm going to re-release this. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to re-release it. So, like, and also now I'm gaming. I'm at 337 concurrent viewers, which is not good for my channel in terms of it. It has no replay value. It's off-brand. So that's why. It's for the algorithm, is basically the short answer. Isaac says, can I keep it up a bit? Why would I do that, Isaac? Why would I do it? So you can rewatch it. I'm going to edit the stuff so you can see it. I'm going to edit it. You want to rewatch us playing games? I mean, why would I do that? No. I had a great trip. I had an absolutely fantastic trip, I'll tell you what. You should just have an Uncivil Games channel for hangouts like this if you don't want to jack your algo. Well, that's one solution, but the problem in creating multiple different channels is now you have to maintain those multiple different channels. And you have to, like, you know, that's its own set of problems. Like, creating a second channel is not free. Right? Because that's another channel I have to maintain. Their channel's brand. Their channel I have to produce content for. Right? It's just, no. So, I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but it's not where I want to be right now. Right? All I really want to do is create the brand Uncivil Law. I don't really, and if I, to the extent I'm going to do anything other than that, it would be on Twitch. So, I've played a little bit with doing Super Mario World and like ROM hacks and stuff on Twitch, which might become a thing. But it's not going to be on YouTube. It would be on Twitch with gaming, because that's where gaming lives. So, right. So it's like, I don't really want to create a second YouTube channel. So it's off-brand, so therefore, you know, yeah. These are the decisions I made. These are like the decisions I make because, you know, it's just what I'm trying to do. Everything comes with costs. Like, it's not free. It's not free to me. It's like, it's gotta make decisions, and yeah. Or you just have a channel that exists for the sole purpose of just hanging out without the thought of making money. Well, that's great and all, except for the fact I just quit my job to do this full time. So, money is a factor in the analysis. So, yeah. I'm not sure why I should have to justify myself to anyone, really. What about copyright infringement? What about it? About for the Super Mario World stuff? Nintendo doesn't seem to care. And it'll be on Twitch anyway. And they don't seem to care. Jonathan said it got taken the wrong way. I'm sorry if it did. It's just that, you know, you have to deal with... You got... it's not about you, Jonathan. I'm no disrespect. It's just that... You, at least for me, and this is becoming an increasing problem, you get so many people giving you so much advice. Because I have a channel with 100,000 people. You have to appreciate to some degree how many voices there are now trying to compete in my head. Like, I got so many voices trying to compete now. And you gotta, like, it's like at some point you just gotta say no. And that means you have to become a little caustic, at least it does me, and so you become a bit of a jerk to some people. Just because you have to preserve your insanity. Just the reality of things to some degree. You know, as the channel grows, and hopefully does grow, and hopefully becomes bigger, it will become even worse. And you begin to understand why people with hundreds of thousands and millions of subs are the way they are. It's like, if for no other reason there's just too many voices competing for attention in your head, you have to exclude them all, because it just will drive you crazy. I understand that you might not have necessarily been telling me what to do, but you have to, again, appreciate, right? It's not necessarily about you. You have to appreciate it's not about you and what you're saying. You have to appreciate how many people there are saying how many things, and not all of them are good actors, right? You have to appreciate, like, there's a lot of people saying a lot of things, and a lot of trolls, and a lot of whatever. People acting in bad faith, and people who just like want a piece of you, and people, it's just like it becomes impractical. And I feel for people, like I feel for people who have become really, really famous, and how much their lives change because it's like they can't trust anybody, and because you never know what people want, and it becomes a whole thing about like, who do you let in, who do you not let in. It becomes a real problem. Yeah, TC, I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm not hiding it, it's just I'm taking it down to re-edit it. Exactly. Right, I'm taking it down, and gonna play with it in editor, re-release it, it'll be fine. And yeah, I don't really particularly want fame either. I don't really want fame. I want other things, to which fame is unfortunately a byproduct. But that will bring us to the end of streaming for tonight, because I'm a little bit tired, as I've expressed many times before. So I'm gonna head off for now. But no, give us the opportunity to rewatch? No, fuck you. Even to Law Patrol, I'm sorry, no. No. It's my channel, no. I'm going to sign off for now. If you've liked this, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like it because I'm going to prevent you from rewatching it, then, you know, you do you. I've been Uncivil Law. Until later, my friends, I hope all's well. Cheers, my friends, and goodbye.